got to get to Zaza Pachulia versus Russell Westbrook now.
You were there.
I was there.
Mike Wilbon was there for Zaza falling on Russell Westbrook's legs in the third quarter of the Warriors' blowout against the Thunder, prompting Russ to say that Zaza, quote, tried to hurt him. Pachulia would not comment after the game. But even Kyrie Irving took to Instagram. He had a comment. The league has to take a look at this man. That expletive is ridiculous, close quote. Look, we all know Zaza's history, right? Last season, he did get into it with Russ. You guys remember? He just sort of stood over him afterwards. Yep. Then earlier this month, Zaza nearly rolled onto Paul George's legs. Take a look at this play. So the history, it is documented here. You were at the game.
Yeah.
Was this a dirty play?
Look, I know Zaza's clumsy, plain old clumsy. His own teammates have said he almost got Draymond Green when he backed out of there too, because that could have been friendly fire.
Out for the season.
Well, how about last year in the playoffs, a certain San Antonio team, Kawhi Leonard, with the foot underneath the jump shot. Look, I was watching live time Saturday night, Rachel, and I turned to Mark Spears as it happened, and I just said, "Did you see that?" And Spears said, "Wait, maybe it wasn't intentional." I said, "Well, let's see the replay." And we watched the replay. I don't care about this. Russ gets in people's faces. I don't care about Zaza standing over him. That's just two dudes going at it, and you get what you get.
Right.
But he dived on his legs.
Right.
Now, I don't know what the intent is. I don't know him that well. I know that he has a reputation increasingly. But he dived on his legs. Mike, am I wrong? Tell me if I'm crazy.
I'm gonna take the opinion out of it because it's hard to say, hey, listen, he's trying to do that or not trying to. But his name comes up a lot, and his transgressions always seem to be against the best players, the Kawhi Leonards, the Russell Westbrooks of the world. So to me, it's almost like, hey, if your name's gonna be discussed all the time, it's too much of a coincidence. Now, I don't know what he wanted out of that, but he could have prevented that easily.
How do you guys talk about it amongst themselves when that's happening over and over with a player?
To be honest with you, the best way to do it is handle it yourself. You know, to me, Russ has, he's reigning MVP. You have teammates. This should be handled.
This is a baseball issue. Players have to handle this.
Yep.
Like, I know there could be a fine or suspension. Neither one is going to be dramatic enough to stop it.
Just do
Players
it.
have to stop
Speak
this.
directly to Steven Adams. Go for it.
I got one name. I got one name. Charles Oakley.
That's right.
Okay, what happened back then? Right?
We know.
I mean, there was a guy, Michael Jordan, Ed Neely. You remember that name, Ed Neely? Ed Neely was a guy who all of a sudden appeared on the Bulls. He had a certain amount of skill, but he had a certain amount of something else.
Yeah.
And it was called an enforcer. And I hate for the NBA to go that way. But players, Mike is 100% right. Players have to settle that.
Well, I don't know.
Can't stand for it.
I'm not sure you have to get into legislating intent at all. Kind of like you say, Mike, you don't know what's in his head. I'm not sure it matters. Clearly, there's some recklessness here or some carelessness here. And to me, that's enough. You should get punished for recklessness or carelessness, even if you don't mean to do it.
Those some of the plays we're discussing, the Kawhi Leonards and the Russ one, those aren't enforcement plays. Those are borderline, almost dirty plays. Those need to be handled. Something needs to be done.
Do you think that we're going to see that, Mike?
Second that.
No, I know. Do you think we're going to see it?
I don't know how you can do it this year, Rachel, because your roster has to be set up where you have a guy who can come off and take that foul. We want to call up a guy from the G League, tying it all in.
Two ways.
Send it back down.
The new definition of two ways.
Absolutely.
One game.